Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again. We're on the Rival Fan Podcast. Of course, it was meant to be yesterday even. But, we had a couple of things that we just saw. But nonetheless, we've got a fantastic panel as always. We've got a lot to discuss. As it says from the title, Jessie Lingard steals the show and Jose ready for the site. As always, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, get your thoughts in down below. Obviously, I'll put them on screen. As always, let me introduce to you our panel. First and foremost, we got Iniesta ×2, 3 in midfield. The boys are here. What are we saying?
You go first, Kel. You go first.
Good. I prefer to be Iniesta part 1, but I'll settle for Andres Iniesta Luan, and he can just be, I don't know, Andres Iniesta Parker or some shit like that. That's what he can be.
Andres Iniesta Parker. What? Wait, what?
Might just violated you straight, like just pure violation. Oh my god, I don't even know when this started, but it's been going on for ages now. This Iniesta thing, but listen, it is what it is. Busquets don't get much love in these ends, but I appreciate Busquets. So listen, it is what it is. Let's get the boys on from West Ham Fan TV. We got the two main men. One's Jayling's in, one's Jayling's out. We got Jace and Lawrence in the building. What are we saying, boys?
I mean, boy, Jace, yeah, that's what it is. Jayling's in, Jayling's out. Deluded and the voice of reason. Rest in peace, Lord.
Oh, God.
You know it.
You love to see it. Jace, how are you, bro? And obviously, late
are you all right, Jace? Are you all right? Have you wiped the tears from your eyes from all the Lingard goals the other day? Are you all right?
Listen,
feeling okay now?
Listen, I'm not saying anything just yet. That's all I'm saying.
I haven't seen the review. No, you got
we wait till the end of the season with the end of season review.
Yes,
that's right. The report cards ready for each game. We're gonna go for it all. All right.
I'm sure we'll get into that a bit later.
Yeah,
because you need to get something out of you. I'm telling you.
Listen, we're gonna get into it as always. But listen, we're gonna start with Manchester United. Sloppy Tottenham Hotspur in the second half. First half was a bit dead apart from one incident, which I'm sure everyone's got an opinion on the matter. But listen, let's talk about Spurs. Kale, your favourite subject, first and foremost. As the title suggests, Jose on his way out. My question to you is Jose to blame? That is the question. Is Jose to blame?
Well, Jose will say no, and then the players will say a different story. But yeah, it's both of them at this point in time, man. We're going in circles. It's always the same problem with Tottenham. It's always Jose sets them up wrong, and then the players just don't perform. But I don't know what's going on. It's either the players don't want to play his style, or the players just aren't good enough. Pick your poison. I think it might be a bit of both. But if Spurs fans
what style of football is that? Sorry to interrupt. What style of football is that? It's just.
Well, it's not. It's a style that is not appealing on the eye. I'm not sure what we can place it. It might be part of the bus. It might just be a counter-attacking system. Look, they were playing on the counter and the very early start of the season. They were playing some nice counter-attacking football. Yeah. It just after that first West Ham game where they drew 3-3, it all just went downhill, and he decided to go back to his old style of everyone behind the ball, just try and get a chance, a scoring opportunity from, I don't know, nothing, no build-up play, just vibes. But yeah, if Spurs fans think that Jose is going anywhere, they're deluded, because there is no way they are paying that apparent £50 million release clause. There's no way.
Are you going to use the Carling Cup as Carabao Cup as an excuse if you win it? To say that he's all right.
Oh no.
He's a Spurs fan.
Oh no.
You're like a Tottenham fan. That's what he's saying.
I'm just saying.
You saying that you're a Tottenham fan.
I'm just saying.
Big bad. You can hate Jaylings all you want. I'm right there.
Whoa. No, I'm just saying.
Call me a Tottenham fan. I'm sorry. That's never happened.
I'm just saying. If you win the Carabao Cup, is it all right?
Why are you saying you? Why are you asking him?
I'm just, I'm pulling it out there.
He's an Arsenal fan.
I know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just.
Yeah. Recover. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there. Would you use that as an excuse?
It's a genuine question. To be fair, Arsenal fans are using the FA Cup for Arteta as an excuse. Hold
on.
Not
Not even saying me. Not even saying. There is a big difference between the FA Cup and the League Cup. The Carling Cup.
I wouldn't say big difference.
Worthington Cup, Worcestershire Shores Cup, Tango Cup, Fanta Cup, whatever you want to call it. McDonald's
trophies are this day and age, but let's be real.
There's a difference, but I wouldn't say a big difference. Like at this stage, the FA Cup is not what it was.
The FA Cup gives the Europa League.
Yeah, obviously the FA Cup.
So does the League Cup.
No, there's a difference, not a big difference. You're acting like it's night and day. The FA Cup isn't what it once was. But you can't say like it's the difference between winning the flipping like the FA Cup and the Champions League. Like that's elite world trophy. Like it's just what I mean. It's a difference. It's better, but it's not like wow. Like this amazing difference. So what Usmaan is putting to you is that the excuse is still there. Like with Arsenal fans, yeah. But I think what you're saying, Usmaan, is Arsenal fans want to like Arteta. Tottenham fans have never really wanted to like Jose. I know you don't. I know you've. I don't know how you was. I can't remember how you was at the beginning. Like when did you?
Oh no, I trusted the process.
You trusted the process. There you go. So, it's a mad.
Honestly, God, every answer Kale's giving, I'm assuming he's a Spurs fan now. So like, you
need to. Well, Kish isn't here, so you should answer for the Spurs fans, Cahill. Today, you should answer for all the Spurs fans.
Absolutely.
I've never seen Kale so flustered. That was great.
he was like, no. Stop ranting.
You crossed the line right there. But listen, it's in terms of the main man, Kojo. Jose aside, there's only one man to talk about, really, isn't there? Hyunmin's son diving, or not diving in some people's eyes. What were you? I'm coming to you first on this matter, but I'll come at it. What were your thoughts, bro? Dive.
I mean, he was caught in the face, but like that was nothing. It was nothing to fall over and be on the ground for a long time, and that's what it is. That's why for me it was more like a con. You've more con the ref. You have been caught, but you can easily get up from that and move on.
You can't con someone on a replay, though, can you? Like the guys watching replays.
And then in that, so he conned the ref, and then after that, the referee foolishly conned himself by watching that and thinking somehow that's a foul, because it wasn't a foul, no. And what annoyed me more is that 5 minutes later he went and scored down the other end. That's what pissed me off a lot more than the other thing. Angry. But the way is football. This football now is. It's very, very much soft is more the word I think we're going to use, because these kind of fouls that we give now they're nothing. And it's funny though, because someone got booted in the head, I think against Newcastle, and that was given as nothing. And you saw in clear replay that the guy gave him a good Booker T sort of Seth Rollins kick to the head.
That was almost like big boot.
Yeah, it's a probably a big boot. Kane will be proud. You know what I mean? Shout out Kane for the Hall of Fame. So, I'm mad at Son, but I'm more mad at the ref, because you can't see that and think, that's a foul. What was the explanation? Something about natural running. Nothing makes sense. Nothing about apparently the way he was running was not natural, so he caught him in the face and makes it a foul. That's accidental, but it's just nonsense, bro. They come up and just made any sort of English to try and make some sort of explanation. It was nonsense. It wasn't a foul. We should have got our goal. We should have smacked them 4-0. It's on a 3-1, but it is what it is.
Oh my God, we really needed that revenge. But James, what do you reckon? Is the issue the referees, or is the issue VAR, or in your eyes, do you think football's just gone soft now? I know it seems like obviously
football's just got too soft now. Too soft. VAR's the minutest thing, and it will take you offside. It's ridiculous now. They need that, and these referees that they've got in the VAR upstairs and that, I don't know if they're watching it or not. I really do not understand how they get in these decisions. Some of these ones, and that is just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Is that your response as a Millwall fan?
Listen.
Oh my
Man, that's a different level of war, you know. Hey, what's the move?
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah.
Jace, back in his day, he could tell you some war stories of him and some Millwall fans. He's still got the scars to show it.
Shit, man. You know what? I've only got one story with Millwall when they came to Bramall Lane, but they're mad bastards, man. They're fucking running on the pitch when they're losing and whatnot. But Lawless, listen, got a comment here from a West Ham United fan. It reminded me of Souček's red card against Fulham. I'm assuming you've got opinions on that. In terms of the refereeing standards, like, where do you sit with the whole matter at the moment? Because it seems like, for me personally, it's embarrassing. So the Sun incident aside, right? You see with Man United players, you see with so many players in the league, they go down and you just breathe on them. Like, it's just getting ridiculous. It's getting out of hand now. They need to do something to fix it.
This is what we need to fix in football, right? Is this whole word contact, right? Because any time I see a player, right, easily go down, you call it and goalies dive, then they go, oh, but it was contact. Like, it's a contact sport. Contact is permitted in this sport. It's whether that contact is a foul or not a foul. Is there enough in that contact in order to inhibit or make that player go down? Like, that's the question. But now it's like, as if you touch a player, that's a foul. Like, as long as they go down, because you've made contact, it's a foul. And it's completely nonsense. It's because they're trying to make their jobs easier, right? They're trying to make everything so it's black and white, right? That's what they want, because they're obviously struggling as it is.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing in VAR to help them, and they're trying to get all these decisions with these rulers and things like that, because they want everything to be so black and white, like goal line technology, that it's so easy for them. They can just go, oh, foul, not foul, offside, not offside, without actually having to use any critical thinking or judgment. And that is the problem in the game, and that's what they're trying to push it more and more towards, that rather than actually having good refs back when they had common sense, they're taking all common sense out of it and just want to basically be robots, and it doesn't work like that. And I think that's a big problem.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think obviously in terms of trying to make everything black and white, coming back to the offside rule, I don't even remember what team it was, but there was another incident just literally the other day. It might be Jota, actually. Like, literally, ruled him offside for his hand or something stupid. Like, something with his sleeve towards Jota.
Was it there in the
They won.
West Brom game? The West Brom game.
Was it? I'm sure Jota had one as well, but obviously probably.
Where it was ruled offside because they couldn't see. The camera wasn't pointing in the right direction or some nonsense like that.
They've had a few, like the offside ones are the
ridiculous
ones. Like, it's literally like, it's so. I think Gary Neville was saying, if it's offside, it's offside. But offside for like that much, right? And okay, I understand why that would be offside, but that was always given back in my day. That was always given advantage striker. Like, do you know what I mean? And no one ever disagreed with that. Like, no one was ever like, oh, well, he's offside.
Offside is supposed to be like if you're really gaining an advantage, basically, from it, right? So by having your arm behind the defender, how much of an advantage you really getting? It's like that Patrick Bamford one when he pointed to his player and said, "Yeah, put it there," and then they ruled him out because his arm was pointing where he wanted the ball, and it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, at the end of the day, like, it used to be, any part of your body that you can score with, and now they're getting that out of place. And then it's all this sleeve business. They're talking about anywhere above the sleeve. Man. What if your sleeve is bunched up a bit? You know what I mean? What if your sleeve is come up a little bit and then it hits you there? You know, what if you're wearing a long sleeve? How can you measure that? It's look, I'm raising my arm now. My sleeve ain't where it would be if my arm was dropped. Like, what is this nonsense? Like, just make it so there has to be some daylight there. None of this little millimeters. Like, I need to be able to look at that and see that it's offside without rulers. Like in our game, right, which we're going to get to, Diop was offside. We could all see, like, it was so clearly offside, and they still spent all of this time with the rulers and all of this stuff. And West Ham fans, we're like, it's offside. Fucking get on with it already. Like, and that's it. They want to do all of this crap. Like, make it. If it's obvious, it's obvious. If it's like little bits like that where you're seeing like the fabric of the sleeve is behind the defender, Just give the.
But you know
goal,
what? You can see the refs are panicking now. Every time something comes, like you see it on their faces now. They think, "Oh God, here we go."
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're just panicking now, and then you just think, if they're not confident in the game themselves, then how can they be the top officiator of that game if they're panicking
They need to
about
grow
that?
up, mate. They need to grow
Yeah.
up.
No, I know, but we say that, but then even as fans, even when we're watching at home, we're always split on some of these decisions as well. It's not easy. I do criticize refs a lot because some of the decisions they make are quite frankly pathetic.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even the hardest ones, you got to look at that. You're going to be like, if we can't decide that at home, for them on the pitch, it might be equally as hard. I know it's their job, and I know they have to come to a decision and stick with it. But at times, it is hella hard.
Yeah,
But
this is where
some
it
of the
comes back
decisions
on
we
the
say-
FA, innit? Like, would you innit?
Exactly, because they're
FA
making the
needs
themselves more
education,
difficult than before. Yeah, they've made them a lot more difficult than before. Some of the rules for
It's
decisions today are
changing everything all the time. The handball rule
It's the rules,
changes,
man. It's the
then it
rules.
changes back, and it changes here. The offside, all the rules keep changing. They keep trying to juggle it. It's so hard to keep up with. Even some of the players. No, it's obviously the ref's job to keep up the rules, and it's the players' job to keep up the rules. But when there's so many changes and in the flow of games, like, it's just ridiculous to know actually what the rules are. Like, I might call that. So I've done stuff where I've been like called something out on Twitter and be like, that's a ridiculous decision because X, Y, Z. And then someone go, oh no, that's the rule now.
Like that Mings incident with Man City or whoever nicked the ball off him. Was it Bernardo or Rodri, whoever got the ball off him and they scored from it? Do you remember? That one. They actually changed that rule because of that game. Like, and it was literally a day later, then the exact same incident occurred and it was ruled offside. And it's like, shit like that can't stand. And with the handballs as well, like, you can go through so many incidents with handball. But
how can you change that mid-season though? That's the one thing I would just quickly say is because in that way, like, you look at, okay, you had this rule in place at the start of the season, someone's benefited from it, but then you've changed it. Now someone else did not benefit from it. So that's unfair. It's in the course of a season.
Well, they have. This is what I mean, man. Clearly, the people on the board haven't played the game themselves, and it's quite evident. The people that are coming up with the rules, or sort of legislating the rules, they've never played because some of the rules, like the handball one, for example, as a football player or someone that's played at a high level, not me, but obviously someone like in Carrigo, wherever, they can tell you straight away that can't be handball because I can't physically get my hand out of the way.
Yeah, but then again, there's always the biases from that if it's somebody who's played the game. So a defender would have a different opinion on handball than a striker.
But that's where you get like people from goal, defense, midfield, strike, and you have a.
But that's why they have two different handball rules, isn't it? For an attacker and a defender. That currently we have a different rule if you're a defender and it hits your arm than if you're an attacker and it hits your arm, which is why we had the Fulham incident where that was ruled out against Tottenham.
Yeah, but listen, let's move on to this topic because it's quite funny actually. Amsterdam saying Kane could be convinced to join Chelsea. Oh, West Ham! It claims David Janola. Boys, would you take Kane at West Ham? What do you reckon? Or do you not need it?
Yeah, I think he'd be a good backup for Bowen. I think. What do you think? His injury record does, like, especially like his injury record would concern me because I think we're going to pay all that money, and like at West Ham, if you have someone with a sketchy injury record, it's worse for us. Like, it's worse.
We thrive on players that have injuries. We love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, if you think Lingard's good for West Ham, wait until you see Kane. That's all I'm gonna say. Yo, that would be an absolute madness. But listen,
we'll see how he gets on, innit?
Oh yeah, end the season review, obviously.
End of season review.
Kane's got like 20 goals and won your Champions League. Let's see how he gets on next season. But listen, I want to get everyone's thoughts regarding Kane. It's quite evident he wants to leave. Where do you think the best place is for him to go, or do you feel like he should stay at Spurs? Because for me personally, I think he's gone at the end of this summer. What do you reckon, guys?
Man City.
Does he want to go?
I think he does at some point. I think if they lose this final,
ambition, surely.
I think if they lose this final,
everybody putting their 2 cents in, and I don't think nobody. If it was like a body language thing where it looks like he's just giving up every time he's on the pitch, then maybe.
But that's like being a professional, though, isn't it? Like, really, because
he wants that goal record, don't it?
Like, yeah, like to be fair, like, he could still give everything for Tottenham, but just decide, look, let's see where we are at the end of the season, and I would like to move respectfully. I don't think he's unhappy with the club, but I think it's about what he wants to achieve in the game. And if he just wants to end his career with a poxy goal record, like, that says a lot about him as a player. Like, oh look, I've got 400 goals or whatever.
Oh shit! Just a quick answer to this, Captain. No, you're not late, bro. We're just getting started. We haven't even talked. You know what I've noticed, Coach, right? You know, we don't talk a lot about Man United on this podcast because, you know, obviously we've got our own podcast on Man United. We do it all day, so I kind of like to get away from that. However, we barely mentioned this guy's name when we do the podcast. Paul Labile Pogba was outstanding again. You know what? I'm going to let the so-called rival fans talk about it because I want to hear your lot perspective. Because look, that's pretty much the first half.
But is the Kane topic done? Like, we done on Kane already?
We could carry on with Kane, but you know, what's the point in it? Do you know what I mean? He's going to Man City or whatnot. We'll let you guys decide in the chat. But you know what? The Kane topic is done because we never even mentioned Paul Pogba. I don't think we've ever spoken about the guy.
We're talking about where he's going at the end of the season.
No, you can't talk about that as well. Saying, to be fair, I was going to ask that question as well, so it's led on nicely. But also on his performances, man, is he starting to, you know, show what he's about now? Are people starting to see his ability, or do you think it's always been there, sort of thing? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always been. It's just been a rocky time, isn't it? Just that. At Man United, like obviously he's had some injuries. There's been all these changes in managers and things like that. It's not been the smoothest of times for Pogba, but his ability, I suppose, is never in question. But I think there's just so many, like whether he's changing where he's playing on the pitch or the personnel around him, it's not been much stability. And I just think that the best thing for him, and you guys might not like to hear this, but it's probably to move on, go somewhere in Europe. You know, competing maybe for Champions Leagues and things like that, because Man United is such a mess at the moment, and I think as long as Ed Woodward is in charge, I can't see it changing. I mean, like, look, you're not. It's not a disaster. You know, you're not in Arsenal's position. Like, no offense, Cahill, but you're second in the league.
I'm a Tottenham fan, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
At least you're further up the table.
Yeah. Oh, but no, like it's not. Like I said, you're second and all of that, but you're not where you want to be, and you look miles and miles.
Well, we might be if Man City lose another game. We could be 5 points behind them. You never know.
Yeah. If you win the league this season,
bro, if Chelsea
what are you talking about?
If Chelsea beat Man City, we're 5 points behind Man City. You know that's.
Listen, you lot, yeah, you. There's got to be forfeits for Ollie involved.
I'll do forfeit with the league. Win the league. I don't know whatever you want.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of Ollie. Like we need massive apologies, everything. Like yes, and you, Kojo, you're telling me if you don't win the league, you're not going to publicly apologize to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Wow. Wow. You're like Jace with flipping Lingard. That's you with Ollie.
Hold on. Lingard giving you week in, week out performances, and he's trying to shy away, bro.
Ollie's giving you a title challenge. He's giving you a title challenge.
11 points behind him, man.
You've got a game in hand. You've got 2 games in hand.
To go 8 points behind. Man City.
If they lose, then you're 5.
We need Chelsea.
We have to hope that they lose before we get into the title race.
Yeah.
They're in your title race are based on, no? Teams losing so you can catch up.
No. But we were top for all of 2 minutes and then we got stuck back down again. So that was our title race.
But look at it this way: they're probably going to go through in the Champions League, right? Into the semi-final. Well,
possibly,
they might decide to just now feel like they want to fully focus and win that Champions League. That's more. They might feel comfortable in the league, like they got it sewn up. So there might be a little bit of hope if you just keep doing your, like, you guys need to just focus and win, put the pressure on them. And if they had a harder run in, then I would have thought. Do you remember when Liverpool bottled their 10-point lead and then Man City? Man City won it.
That was a beautiful time, man. That was a beautiful time. No, but honestly, on City quickly, I actually think they might lose that Champions League game because it's tight. Yeah, and it's funny because I called them fraudman, but I have a feeling that they're actually gonna. I feel like they're gonna steal it. I don't know.
Haaland shows up this game.
The referees are against them, man. Have you seen the state of that Blade Bellingham fucking decision? That was worse than the Son one. That's outrageous. If anything, he got fouled and somehow got penalised for it. But listen, just to come back on some of the other Man United players, another player that might be leaving. Kale, we'll come to you. Cavani set to leave Manchester United. You know, there seems to be a back and forth regarding the situation. Where do you sit on this? Do you think Man United need to? Well, I suppose Man United don't really hold the cards in this situation. Do you think it'll be a big miss for Manchester United if he is to go back to South America?
Yeah, not really. How old is he now? Like 34, 35? He hasn't exactly hit the ground running at United.
He's got more goals than Aubameyang this season.
Yeah, but everybody has more goals than Aubameyang. Who matters? See, I didn't even say this guy just eat fish.
I'm just saying it.
Kill. He has more goals than someone else that he doesn't want to mention.
Yeah, there's a certain Tony. Huh?
All right,
listen. Does he have more
What's
goals
that?
than Cahill's guy Kane? Obviously, Kane was representing the Spurs man today, so he's got that. So
I should have said the Spurs player. Yeah, shit, and I missed the trick there.
I don't think you'd miss Cavani as much as everybody's letting on, because I don't think he's been particularly good this season. He has had his moments to shine. I think if that goal was allowed to stand, that would have been one of the best goals of the season, because that pass was unbelievable and that finish was great as well. But que sera. Back on the Pogba thing, I feel like everybody has overblown Pogba's importance. No, take it back. They've overblown the criticism towards him, because I feel like his time at United isn't as bad as everybody claims it is. I think it's a solid B. And obviously he cost like 80, 90 million. You expect an A or something like that. But
but you buy a 90 million player, you don't want a B class player, do you?
No, but that's my
you
point.
want
But
an S class.
There you go. But everybody's claiming that he's been like a failure, and that's not the case. It's far from the case. I mean, Europa League, FA Cup, that season where everybody kind of just likes to just disregard it, where he got like 16 goals, 11 assists, was top in every category as a Manchester United player, and everybody just completely disregards it. I feel like he's been a decent player, and now he's got a midfield around him, like a Bruno Fernandes, who's not been great this current run of form. But he's got a team around him where it allows him to thrive a bit more, and you're seeing it with the freedom that he currently has on the pitch. Man, he's been playing brilliantly recent couple of games, and I feel like everybody needs to just chill on the whole Pogba situation.
You know what? Today you can beat Iniesta. Well done. Well done. I'll be Busquets. That's calm.
we got a comment here, and Coach, we'll come to you obviously regarding both. We got a comment here regarding Cavani, saying if you leave, it just means Man United need to stand in the position that we need, because obviously we're going to have to replace him realistically, and our board probably won't do that. So let's bring a Gala back. Listen, what, Jess, we'll come to you first and foremost. Cavani and Pogba, your thoughts on both players, obviously the importance of both players, or if you think that Man United should potentially let either of them go.
You're right there, Jace. Loading.
Sorry. What are your thoughts on Pogba and I forgot the name, Cavani? What are your thoughts on both the players? Should Man United let either go?
What's my thoughts on
Why
Pogba?
don't you put your headphones in, man? with
My
you.
phone's charging, sorry.
Yeah, but you have the big wireless ones. What happened to them?
No, they're not very good. They don't work very well.
All right, we'll come back to Cog.
Right, what do you think of Pogba and Cavani? Should they let them? Are they going to be a big loss? What's the issue? Like, you think they're good? They're
Cavani, get rid. Yeah,
Okay.
he's old now. Get rid. Pogba, you got to keep Pogba. I think you should keep Pogba. I think he's got something. It's true what Cahill said. He's got some. There's something there. There is something there. It's just, come on, just give it a little poke.
Give it a little poke. You love to see it. Give it a little poke, Pogba.
You know, just you know what I mean. You know when someone's doing, you just give them a poke. Like, come on.
Yeah, I know. I actually know what you mean. This is
Only
that
Ollie
extra
thought
bit,
that.
you know. I actually can be on Ollie in a second.
I would love to see if Ollie just walked out to him and went to Pogba like, okay, come on. Wow, this is what I mean. No, but you know what the mad thing is? If you sold him, like, you ain't gonna get anywhere near the I don't even know how long's left on his contract or whatever, but I don't think you'll get near the 90
1
million
year.
you paid for him. 1
He's got
year,
1 year
yeah.
left.
You're gonna take a huge loss.
Yeah,
So
about 20
to
million,
me,
weren't you?
yeah, I don't think he's going to sign a new deal. So I think it's either you sell him this season or he leaves for free and then gets a big signing on bonus at another club. So, and then you're going to take a big hit. So
He's got Juve, man. Juve love a freebie.
it's mad
I don't think you go back to you.
situation.
I think the Madrid option is always going to be there as long as Zidane's there.
Yeah.
But I don't see where he can go apart from
PSG, man. I can see him at PSG.
But why would you want to go PSG, man? The French league isn't it, man. It isn't it. And if Mbappe's going and seems like Neymar's on his last legs, why go there? It makes no sense.
No, he is.
He can play with Herrera, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you what, Man United will struggle next season, and it's going to be nothing to do with Oli, because the players that you're going to have to replace, the rebuild, the job is going to take a lot of money.
Podcast the other day, and certain individual cough. Jerry didn't want to hear it, but you know it is what it is. Listen, to be honest, I'm not even going to mention David De Gea, but Coach, listen, we've got to get your thoughts on Cavani, and you've heard what the other guys have said. You know, a lot of them are saying that we should sell him. To be fair, which surprises me. What Bar says sell him? I've got a contract with him. He's going to leave. What are your thoughts?
I think, first of all, if he does leave, it's because he just wants to go home or closer to home at the end of the day. In this current era of this whole pandemic where he's not near his closest people, minus his wife, like he wants to be having everyone around him. And I think that's I think that everyone can understand. For me personally, with or without him, we still need to sign a striker. He was never supposed to be the main man anyway. He only became the main man because Martial form was so up and down this year. So, you know, at the end of the day, he is an older player. He is in his last years of his football career. So I ain't gonna be mad if he goes. But with or without him, we need another striker, and that's as simple as it gets. But we need to buy smart, buy someone that is hungry for goals. At the end of the day, not someone who wants to be involved in the play so much and blah blah. Go and hit goals. Pogba, I would hope Pogba stays, because if we do lose him for a cut price, that would annoy me. However, if he doesn't sign a contract and we lose him for free again, I will lose it. I will absolutely lose it. Because the thing is, I've had that discussion with some people and they're like, oh yeah, but you can't think about it like that. At the end of the day, yes, you bought it for 90 million. I was like, bro, that's not how football works. He was on our books. We brought him from Le Havre in the first place. He wasn't even our player. It wasn't like he lived in Manchester, was born and raised, was a Frenchman in Manchester, and he signed for Man United. He came from somewhere. He was supposed to be the future. He went to Juventus for free. We signed him for 90 plus million to lose him for free again. In his peak years, that's a fail on our side.
Get a bigger L than that. No.
Exactly. And then obviously, Usmaan, I'm sure you agree with me. Do you trust the board in any way, sense, or form to help Ole find the actual good replacement for Pogba? And the thing is,
I heard that Longstaff brother is still available, coach. That's why.
Which one? Sean or the other one? There you go.
Scoring passes and shit.
Oh, Matty, yeah. He's a real gunman against Man United.
He thinks he's sick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you know, I if we lose Pogba, we're losing a whole load of quality in that midfield, because there's no one in that midfield that can do what he does. It's as simple as it gets. So
he plays so well for France as well, doesn't he? He plays brilliant.
But it's because he's had competent players around him. The season that Kale spoken about, and his first season in United when we won the 2 trophies, he had players that are doing their damn job. Ibrahimovic, even at his older years, was still making runs in behind. So if you make runs, Pogba will find you.
And he missed a lot of chances.
Exactly, he missed loads of chances. When Ole came in, when Rashford and Martial were making runs in behind, he was finding them. There was no problem. When we came back from lockdown, he finally linked up with Bruno Fernandes. You saw how we played. We're hitting 5, 4, 3, like we're hitting goals. So if you have players around you doing their job, then whenever you need to do your thing, it's fine. You saw it against Tottenham this weekend. Fred, for the first time, I sat on a show and I said he was fantastic. I said that about him, but he was fantastic. And because other players were doing the jobs around him, when he got the ball, everything was made easier and he did his thing really well. So when you have players of quality, yes, I think everyone looks at it and says he was signed for 90 million, so Man United's success must equal what he does on the pitch. That's not how it works. He's one man. Everyone else must still do their job. And if one man is trying to do their thing and everyone else is not doing it, then it's not going to work. So at the end of the day, I think he's been okay for us, but I would hope that he stays. If he goes, you better find some way to get that 90 million back, bro, because I'm not going to lie to you. I don't care. Money laundering, call Liverpool's guy, call James St. Patrick from Power, tell him to get Tasha and London money from the restaurant or wherever, bro. I don't care. Just get that money back because I ain't taking no cut price again.
That laundry shop's getting made ASAP, man. as we speak. But listen, regarding Pogba, just to keep it short and sweet, if we sell him and we don't sign someone even close to the caliber, fucking hell, Bruno's going next summer. I'm telling you now. I'm calling it right. Bruno's gone. Like in a year, Bruno's gone. There's no way. Imagine that
way
Bruno is staying at that club with that midfielder around him. But listen, speaking of quality midfielders, on to another one. J-Lings bags a brace. That first goal, by the way, it was absolutely ridiculous. Bro, I don't even know. The angles, it just defies physics. Like, oh, God, listen, I don't know who to start. Who should we start?
Jace.
There's only one
Jace.
Jace. West Ham 3. Leicester 2. West Ham in the top 4. J-Lings finds him to the top 4. What are your thoughts?
Listen, there's no I in team, right?
Yeah.
They keep bang-wagging the J-Lings all the time, you lot, right? There was a whole team on that pitch that played well.
J-Lings is the best player.
Man of match, Jared Bowen, thank you very much. So, it's facts. It's facts.
He wasn't, but all right then.
Jared Bowen was the man of the match of that game.
Well, he did win man of the match.
He won man of the match,
wasn't he? Was he man of the match? He was man of the match. He was man of the match. So there's obviously, he played well. Why is he not getting the credit? Yeah? Mom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Is that a serious question?
Listen, J-Lings, I said it. I admit, J-Lings, I thought he was going to play well. But we
flop. You said flop. No.
Right.
If the season ended now,
yeah,
what would you say?
You'll have to wait and find out on West Ham.
Leave it out. Yeah. No, but I'm saying, like, as he.
Listen, I don't want to put curses and anything on this. All right, let's just, we wait. We've got to talk about the team. All right, we don't talk about one player.
Tell us about the team.
Even though this is a Man United.
No, right. Let me. I want to say one thing.
And it's all about. J-Lings to come from Man United. Yes, but come on.
Right. No, but listen.
Wait, what?
Come on. Let's review at the end of the season.
Be real. Listen.
Let's not keep banging on it all about.
Is this on?
Right? We've had loads of other players there. Let's talk about the injuries. Why are we not worried about injuries here? Come on.
We are going to talk about the injuries, but first we're talking about J-Lings. Listen, if he,
I'll give you one credit. I did like his second goal. Or was his first goal?
You liked that, did you? You
liked that. That was a really good goal.
That's it. That's still the credit. No, but listen.
That was in the report card. That's in the report card.
Be real, right? If Lingard come and played crap every single game, you would be texting me, I told you Lingard would flop. I told you.
No, I would support the team. I would.
You would not be talking about end of the season.
I told you. I told you he wasn't playing well. And that was it.
You said I told you he'd flop. I told you it'd be a flop. I was right. You thought it'd be great.
Listen. All I'm saying is he needs to keep scoring. That's it. He needs to keep scoring.
If he didn't score
another Champions League, I would do every single Lingard goal in a Lingard t-shirt in the park.
Full kit.
Doing
not even if he gets. Not even if we just get Champions League. If Lingard's had a good season. If the season ended now, Lingard.
Well, the season's not going to end now, is it?
No. Okay, can I ask a question?
What I'm saying is, it would be a good sign. No,
all false fantasies.
I'm saying if he didn't score another goal,
if we don't talk about
Jace. All right, cool. So we've got 7 league games left of the season. Yeah.
Yes.
If a player has played 16 games, has 8 goals and 4 assists, do you think that's a good return?
In 16.
let's work to the end of the season.
Oh,
Do you-
my
I'll-
God.
God.
Bro, no.
We don't talk
After-
about one player.
No.
all the time.
Oh my
We
God.
talk about
Bro,
the team.
wait, no. I know we talk about the team. We talk about the team, but we do also review players' individual
Yeah, you
performances.
do. Yeah.
We've just done
And
the
I
same
just
with
say,
Man
I
United.
need
So if you
more.
play
I need
16
more from him. I want
if
more
you-
from him.
All right, so I'm saying I'm not saying I'm not
No.
mentioning Lingard. I'm not
He's
even mentioning
coming from
Lingard.
Man
Actually,
United.
wait,
No.
where's Lingard gone?
He
Where's
will
Lingard
pass
gone?
as a big player.
You want
Right?
more
I
from
need
Jace.
more from him. I need to see
Jace.
more from him.
Jace, all right, cool. If Bowen has 16 games, 8 goals, because random player, I think you like Bowen, don't you? So 16 games.
He's all right.
Who do you like then in the team? Antonio?
You know, there's loads of good players in there. O'Connor's a good player.
No, a favourite of yours going forward. Not
O'Connor, I like O'Connor. He's a good player.
Hold on.
Oh my days.
O'Connor's a good player.
Who's your top scorer?
Top scorer.
Antonio, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is Antonio. You like Antonio,
goals?
don't you? You like Kib, don't you?
O'Connor's a good player. He's a
I
good
think
player.
he's got.
No.
9.
Antonio's got
I think
7 goals.
Lingard's
Lingard's
top
got-
player.
Lingard, your top scorer.
No, Suchek's
Well,
got
he's gonna have to
Suchek's got 9.
listen.
So he's
Suchek-
behind
Suchek
Suchek
is scoring.
only.
Suchek has 9. But here's the thing: in 31 games, he's got 9. Jesse Lingard, in I don't know how many games he's been there.
In 9 games, he's got 8 goals.
Oh, come on. He should work harder. He should work harder. He's from Man United. Hello.
I like
He's
Jace.
from Man
I like
United.
Jace. I like him. I like him.
That's what I'm saying.
I like
He's from Man United. He needs to work harder. He needs to show.
Yeah.
He's come from Man United.
What else
Top
can he
team.
do? What
He's
else
got,
can he do?
he's got to put him some more effort.
Jace, Jace, do you like Man United?
No, it's all about West Ham. It's all about West Ham.
Ah, okay, then that can talk me.
All about West Ham. All I'm saying is, let's wait to the end.
We're not
Oh.
saying that. We're saying that.
Season.
I like Jace.
If I'm telling you, like,
You take
if
you
he
to Champions League glory, you're getting in a full Lingard kit and you're doing a celebration in the backyard and you're recording. I want to see the video.
Yeah, I'll do it.
not even. I don't think it should even take champ. All right, say he gets 10 goals, 10
He's
goals,
got, he's
double
getting 10
figures,
goals. What is he on now?
or ends as our
Well,
top
he's
goal
okay.
scorer.
He's on 8. He's definitely
Well
getting 10.
done.
He will end as your
Well
top
done,
goal
sir.
scorer. He will
Yeah.
end as your top goal scorer.
There's a
If-
voting system called West Ham Player of the Season, and that maybe he'll win that.
Well,
Right.
he hasn't been here. I don't know. Yeah,
Votes in for that.
he might get
He
that.
has to
But,
win it. He has to.
Jace, I'm telling you, if he doesn't score another goal for West Ham, it's still been an excellent signing because 8 goals, 4 assists,
Well,
and helping
he's
us
come
get
from Man
all of
United,
these.
though. He's come from a top club.
What does that mean?
What does that even mean?
He's come from Man United. He needs to
He
prove
didn't
the
play
world
a
that he's the
single
player.
Would you
know how
have
many
given
scores-
the same expectations to Timothy Fosu Mensah?
That means
Come on.
nothing.
He needs
Do
about.
you know how many players we've signed from these top clubs, right? Remember we signed, what did Freddie Lundberg ever do at West Ham? What did
Freddie
flipping
Lingard was like 300 years old.
Evra do?
What
What did
about
he do?
Nasri? What about Wilson?
Yumba played for West Ham.
I remember that. That's jokes.
What about Nasri and Wilshere? What did they do as well? Them two boys.
What's that?
Nasri and Wilshere. Nasri, do you know what? Nasri was all right, but he got injured. Like, he's injured. He was
What
actually
about
decent.
Wilshere? What did he do?
Yeah, he was on the
I
bench.
know what as well. Lingard, injury wise, he's all right. He's done all right, isn't he?
Yeah. He's passed that. He's passed
Injury,
that test. There's-
He's not picked up
He's passed that
Right,
test. He's
but
passed one
Jace,
test.
forget the whole Man United. Realise that he has barely played in 2 seasons.
bruv.
Barely
Well,
played football in 2
He's
seasons.
obviously got to try. He's trying to prove a point here. So
Yeah, it's good.
let's keep
Good,
on
yeah.
going, isn't it? Let's see what happens.
I agree
you know,
with that.
He still needs to convince me. That's all I'm saying.
Do you know what? At the end of the season, yeah, you're going to be obviously on our channel, West Ham Fan TV. You're going to be on all the podcasts, and you need to take the proverbial, like the whip it. You know, people getting them,
Yeah,
them,
I'm more
them-
than happy. to.
them tree leaves.
I'm
and
more.
things.
Listen, I'm more than happy to admit when I'm wrong. But
You
not
are
just
gonna-
yet.
You are going to get.
You are
not
already
yet.
wrong.
Because the
Already
season has
wrong,
not
yeah.
ended.
You already right.
The season has not ended.
Look.
That's all I'm saying.
You have never like.
I'm telling you, yeah. If he gets injured next game, Jace is coming for his neck. He's coming for Lingard's neck. He's coming for Lingard's neck.
But a Champions
say
League run with West Ham, and you're acting like this. Come on, bro. Come
I'm
on.
going to say, look, what's happened?
You're in the Champions League spot for Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, and Everton.
1 point behind third. 1 point behind third.
And
You're-
Leicester look like they're going to go out with it. More than West Ham.
You're above
Yeah,
Chelsea,
but it's not
Liverpool, Tottenham,
guaranteed
Everton,
yet.
That's,
All right.
but that's still
Let's
bad.
calm it.
That's
Let's listen, all of you. Let's calm it down. All right. Let's all breathe. Everyone breathe right now. Come on.
Let's calm it
I like
down.
Jace. I like
Let's
Jace.
calm it down. Listen, I was
Let's
gonna
all
ask-
calm it down.
I was
All
gonna
right.
ask
You
you
keep
about-
banging on about one player all the time. Let's talk about the whole team. Yeah.
Hey,
Go on then. Go on then.
I'm gonna
Come on,
ask
then.
you right now. That's fine. You know, don't worry, I got you. So obviously, Declan Rice has been injured for a while now. You know, does Moyes deserve a lot of credit for the way he's dealt with that situation?
Daniel, you can go.
All right, thank you. I will go.
I think people are fed up with me.
No,
That's all.
You're making me cry now. Look, you're making me
You,
cry.
listen, the words of the gems coming out of your mouth, I'm sure everyone's enjoying. I say gems. No, like the thing is, and look,
Because you
don't-
said, Lawless, because you said, I'm going to quote you now, oh, Rice is gone. If Moyes gets his X, Y, and Z, like, you basically threw in the towel practically as soon as you heard that he's injured.
yeah, because the thing is, like, and this is the thing, and every West Ham has said it, like, Souček and Rice are two players that are so pivotal to our midfield. Like, we had Rice on his own, right, in the middle with Noble for a few seasons. And obviously you saw what we were doing, right? As soon as Souček came in, it just gave that midfield a lift. So both of those players are crucial. So we felt like if we lost either one, that would be in big trouble. So when we lost Rice, with some of the other injuries that we had coming on, it was like, damn. Like, and Noble, we hadn't really seen any good. Every time he'd come in, we hadn't really seen any.
He only
good
plays
performances
against
from
Man
him.
United.
Yeah, like he played against Man United and he played another game. He's played like a few games. So it's like, that's a big ask for 33-year-old Mark Noble to come in and step in for Declan Rice. But he's actually played, like, he had such a good game the other day. Like, he was unreal. Like, he's been playing really well in that holding role. Like, I don't know why Moyes was trying to play him as like an attacking midfielder, like against you guys and in other games, but it's doing really well. And look, I was getting into it. Kish didn't quite understand what I was saying. Yes, when I was saying, like, because someone else, that Duncan Castle said, like, West Ham, the team are just coping with the injuries and getting on with it. Like, they're just still picking up results. So I was like, yeah, it's facts. Like, but he was like, oh, but you said that, oh, if we've lost this player and we've lost that player, that's a problem. So that's contradiction. It's not contradiction. I said we'd be, if Moyes does well with these injuries, he deserves a medal. He deserves a medal for sure. But even regardless, we're getting on with it. We're actually not letting the injuries affect us too much because we're still picking up results.
Who knows? A lot of goals, though.
We have that. Yeah, we attacking wise, it's not affected us.
Yeah,
maybe defend, obviously, and this is what I'm saying. Kish actually said, Jace, you'll like this one, right? Tottenham fan Ish said to me that Ogbonna wasn't a loss because he's not our best centre back, and I nearly fell over laughing. He is literally our best.
How dare he say that?
Jace has this like 5-year-old Ogfather t-shirt that we created on our channel that he's worn into the ground. Like, he loves Ogbonna, and he tried to say that, and it's like, so
it's Champions League. That's what I'm saying. Lucky t-shirt.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not Lingard, it's the Lucky Ogfather t-shirt.
It's the t-shirt that's doing the job.
The worn out, shrunken t-shirt. Yeah, no, but think about it. So this season, people are trying to say, West Ham been okay with injuries. Arthur Masuaku, right, was a guaranteed starter, like, before he had the surgery. Ogbonna, our best centre-back by far. Antonio, we've lost for several periods of the season. Like, we've lost him for quite a few periods of the season. And now we've lost him. Yeah, he keeps his hamstrings, cheese strings, and flipping, obviously now Declan Rice. We've lost, like, our squad players like Fredericks, Yarmolenko. Like, we have the smallest squad in the league as it is. So the fact that we're doing what we're doing, so people are trying to say, like, oh, but it's not the same as losing a Van Dijk. It's like, this is for flipping Liverpool. How can you compare our squad depth to Liverpool's squad depth? How can you compare our squad depth to a Man United squad depth or any other? No, like, we have a small squad. We haven't really invested, and we've been losing player after player. We sold Haller and didn't replace him. Yep, exactly. Those three, for Creswell as well. Like, now we've lost Creswell. big loss because he's been doing well in that back
Well, to
five.
Noble as well. Noble broke his arm in it or something.
Noble got a serious. I don't know if he's going to be injured or not, but he got a big kick in that arm. So yeah, like we're still doing our thing. Like, so Moyes has to get credit because we're still getting over the line. Like we're giving the fans heart attacks every time with these flipping.
Bro, I'm a West Ham fan as well. At the moment, I needed to come top 4 because I fucking called it, and you know we need Daniel out there.
Do you know what I said on our watch along? If you have a chance, go back and check out our watch along for the Leicester game. Like, someone put the timestamps in the description, but honestly, it was a ride. And I said we either need to just only score 2 goals or score 4 goals, because if we score 3 goals, it's gonna be a serious heart attack. It was so stressful. You know, it reminded me of, Jace. It took me back to that FA Cup final. Do you remember near the end when like Liverpool were just coming and coming and coming? Eventually, they did score. Thankfully, it didn't happen the other day, but that's how I felt. It felt like that FA Cup final
as well, and obviously you dropped. It was against Arsenal that you actually conceded the goal.
Yeah, but, Leicester had a few disciplinary issues as well, didn't they? That game, and they took off 3 players, didn't they?
Yeah, like they was just trying to foul our players all over the pitch and break things up, break up our.
I was gonna ask about Leicester. I'll come to you, Cahill. In terms of Rodgers, obviously we've seen him bottle it at Liverpool with Sparse. It wasn't really his fault, was it? It was Gerrard. But nonetheless, he still bottled the lead there, bottled it last season. And then, you know, this season there's 2 points above Chelsea. West Ham, 2 points. Obviously, the better, obviously, you know, into the top 3, which would be absolutely insane if that is real.
You know what, though? Like, Leicester have got their last 3 games. It's Tottenham, they've got Arsenal, and I think it's Chelsea, is it? I think, or that way round, or something like that. So it's still. Do you know what I mean? They can lose a lot of points there.
Leicester aren't getting. I've said it from early. They're not getting top 4. I've said it from when I said it in January, and I said to Kish that they don't deserve it. They're not going to get it. The last 3 games I've got them in front of me are Manchester United, Chelsea,
Tottenham,
Chelsea away,
Tottenham. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
and do you know the beautiful thing, right? We play before Chelsea and Leicester. Yeah, we play Newcastle. If we beat Newcastle, we go 3rd, right? 2 points above. Obviously, Leicester and Chelsea will have games in hand, but psychologically, they've then got to. Leicester have to win their next game to maintain their place, and then Chelsea have to win.
You've still got Chelsea. You've still got Chelsea. That's the game, innit?
We've still got Chelsea.
You and Daniel need to do a watch along together for that one.
That's going to be a cut. Do you know what? He does not want. He wants to go into hiding if we win that. He does listen. Because, in fact, I have not been able to catch that guy since we won the flipping Wolves game. Like, the guy has gone missing because all the talk he was giving, you can't lose that. You can't drop points to Arsenal like that and still think you're getting Champions League. You can't do that. And it's like, cool, we've picked up 6 points against Wolves and Leicester. Like, what have you done? We lost 5-2 to what, West Brom? Like, come on. Come on.
Shit, 5-2. He didn't even get on with slander for that.
Big Sam, yeah, he got
Kill, what do you reckon on Leicester bottling it, or do you think they're going to hold on to that top 4 spot?
I think they will bottle it eventually. That's down to everybody who says it's down to injuries, but like West Ham and like every team in the Premier League, everybody gets injuries regardless of stature or whatever. Those last 3 games are terrible, but it's the next game as well. They got West Brom, who are trying their hearts out to death.
Oh, Big Sam attack, isn't it? He's coming for you.
A Big Sam
could finally get us Champions League. He came close in his last season. He came close, but this could be the season. He does it.
That might be the antithesis to Leicester. That is the antithesis to the way Leicester play, and it might hurt them. Crystal Palace should be an easy victory. Southampton away is tricky, but they could win that, and they could slip up. And then it's Newcastle fighting for survival. United, Chelsea, and Tottenham. They're gonna choke, man. They're gonna choke.
Do you know what the mad thing is, though? They're probably going to be in an FA Cup final because they've got Southampton in the semi-final on the weekend.
It should be
Champions League football, and that's what they want. They want Champions League football. Yes, they want a trophy, but whoever joins them in that final will be the better team.
Oh yeah, but that's still going to take their focus because you're going to look at it and still think like, we want to try and go out and win this. You're not going to field a weakened team in the FA Cup final, like or the semi-final. So that's a big thing that they've got to focus on. So that's another thing that could cost them their top 4.
Yeah, someone just put in the chat there that Rodgers is lucky. I'll just put on screen a big run, the homie. Rodgers is lucky. Iheanacho has been on fantastic form. Leicester would have dropped down. Absolutely, Iheanacho has saved them on numerous occasions. Of course, every team is going to have those individual players, but whatever's happened to Vardy, he's just fallen off a cliff.
His time is up,
man.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
His time is up. One goal in 15.
Vardy's been absolutely dreadful, hasn't he? Really.
And it's crazy because though you got to allow him, isn't it?
Age catching up with him. Do you think?
Yeah,
I think so. But it's also crazy that in some of these games he's had chances that you would expect him to tuck away, no problem. And he's been fluffing them, not even like making the keeper work. They're going wide, and it's something's happened to him. But it is what it could be age, could be just losing it. He's had his time. He's had a great Premier League career in it, and he's won a league. So I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse.
But for them, Iheanacho looks like he's finally becoming that player that everyone thought he could be at Man City. Obviously, we were linked with him, and we didn't get him. And then I was a bit thankful after seeing how he was playing for Leicester. And all of a sudden, though, he's looking like could finally.
Yeah, but is that form, or is that like his shining through? We don't know. I think it might be form.
Yeah, he has to do it from back to back, season to season. Yeah,
exactly. They're playing in a system that benefits him. If they take Vardy out that team, I think he doesn't score as many.
Yeah, no, that. Can I just make one? This is a very random shout. It just comes to my head. No, West Ham, they need a striker, right? And I just want to get your thoughts. Obviously, I don't know if you think that as well. If you get Champions League, not Martial. Because he'd be too good at West Ham. That's the thing, because he gets so much space. But Danny Ings, would you go for Danny Ings? I know his injury record ain't great, but what are you guys' thoughts? Because it's not been linked to Man City, but people are suggesting that Danny Ings could get a move. Would you guys take him at West Ham? What do you reckon?
Danny Ings?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Why that for? He's a good striker.
What's wrong with Danny Ings?
What's wrong, God? What?
No. Have you seen his injury? He's useless.
What?
He's not useless.
We're going to be Champions. If we get Champions League, baby, we'll be going for the top stars here, my friend.
Haaland. It's Haaland or nothing.
We'll get the money.
Lacazette's available next year.
We'll get Belotti in from was it Torino? We're going to get all the big players in, mate. And don't you worry about Danny Ings. Danny Ings. Please. No chance. Don't want none of that. You get the big players in. We're Champions League. We're going to be Champions League. Okay.
What happened to Brent to the end of the season? You said that 10 minutes ago. Now you're Champions League, baby.
End of season.
We want the top stars. We want the big money players. Yeah, we'll take a cheeky loan out some here and there.
Would you tell Lacazette he's never played in Champions League? So what he does?
He turned us down because he wanted Champions League football. That's the fucking funny part. He said he turned us down. I want to play
Champions League football before Lacazette.
Who's laughing now?
He's beautiful. Same as Batshuayi. Batshuayi as well did the same thing, and now he's like a bit part player in Pat, to be honest. Yeah, it was. It was.
He ain't done. So
no, but I think Ings. It's only his injury. If it weren't for his injury record, that is a player that I would look. I've rated.
I'm telling you now, Danny Ings came to us. His knees would just collapse. They would just explode as soon as he touches the West Ham training ground.
There's a comment there.
Who you guys want then?
Who?
Januzaj. There's a comment there. I think that's a decent signing.
I've seen that recently.
He played very well against us in the 2 legs. I was really happy with his performances, but I wouldn't take him past.
It's like what Jace was saying. Like we need the big names. I feel that's something we.
What about Fellaini?
No, he's going to Tottenham. Fellaini's Pogba for free. No, Fellaini's going back. Fellaini's going Tottenham, isn't he? I saw that Fellaini's going Spurs. So link her back up with Mourinho.
Like, if he goes Spurs, yeah.
Can you imagine his celebration? Can you imagine his celebration when he scores against us? He's gonna be Yeah, oh my God, he's gonna be giving all of that one, all of it, the whole shebang. But listen, we're gonna finish it because I know PSG and Bayern kicked off, and I do not want to miss that game. Very, very quickly, the only one really. Well, I suppose everyone. So Chelsea against Porto. We'll go through everyone. Kale, what do you reckon? Are they progressing or not? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it was comfortable last game, so yeah, no progress.
No, it might just be quicker. Does everyone disagree with that? No, okay. Next game, right? Liverpool.
Wait, Kay, I want to quickly. Can I quickly ask Cahill a question because we haven't really touched on his team. I just want to ask.
We spoke about Tottenham.
Good. I'll get to Dory. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. Okay. So Real Madrid against Liverpool. Kale, what do you reckon?
What's that?
Real Madrid versus Liverpool. What do you reckon?
I can hear everyone else. I just can't hear Usmaan. I really can't hear your. I'm so sorry.
You need a new mic.
Your one. I can hear everyone else. I just can't hear you.
One is here.
Why do you never use it?
I really can't. I'm so sorry. I really can't hear you. I apologize. Just say it, and then Dan will tell me what you're
right,
saying.
Liverpool who's progressing.
Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Yeah, Real Madrid. Real Madrid's going to take it.
There we go. We got Jason's thoughts. Lawless, what do you reckon? Real Madrid or Liverpool?
Yeah, it's Liverpool. No, I think it's a step too. We've seen them do it in the past, haven't we? Like against Barcelona, and that turned it around, but not this time. The Liverpool are out.
Right, Kojo, what do you reckon?
Hala Madrid, my friend. Hala Madrid.
Fucking love that. Beautiful. Kale, what do you reckon?
Madrid, yeah. I think Vinicius will show up again. I told you guys last week. I told you.
You did, actually. You did.
I'm happy you rap me. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm just going to complete Hala Madrid. Right. Last but not least, we're not going to worry about Man United because it's Granada. If we lose, then I'm not going to be back for at least a couple of months. Hey, Kale, let's quickly Arsenal. What do you reckon? Are they going through? And if they don't, or if they do, Arteta in or out?
If we lose on Thursday, I will make a banner and post and post it behind me. the next one, because he's got to go if that's the case. We need to win.
Love that. Kojo, what do you reckon?
They better win, but I don't trust them, So
no, I don't trust them either.
I can't even about to say this, but the other club, I'm not going to mention their names because I'm disgusted by them. But the other club, unfortunately.
Right, fair enough. Jace, what do you reckon?
I've got a cheeky feeling the other club as well. I think they're gonna pull it off.
I've got
so annoying.
Lawless, what do you reckon?
Arsenal are so unpredictable, isn't it? Like they're so unpredictable, but it's gonna be very difficult. And this is the thing, Cahill. I don't know if you was one of these Arsenal fans who was getting hyped after the Sheffield United game, but I saw so much hype.
I don't even want to talk about Arsenal right now.
It was funny. Like, I woke up to the group chat, right? And him and our co-host, he's not there anymore, but he used to be Darren. Darren was given party props, and he was like, "What for one pass against Sheffield United? Don't piss me off." He don't want to hear it. He's fed up. We don't want to hear it. He don't care. He doesn't care right now, and I understand it.
Yeah,
I understand
it was getting so hyped over. This is a team that's basically relegated, that have no manager. That have like one of the worst teams in the history of the Premier League, and they're like, we scored 3 goals like Arsenal. Now we're turning things around, and it's like, shut up! Like, what are you talking about?
That was the first game I've ever seen us this season play through the middle, and it happened to come against a team that's getting relegated. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Come on now, man.
It's they have to do it, didn't they, on Thursday? But Arsenal could go through on Thursday, and then they're just gonna have Emery or someone else like smack them out eventually. So maybe
that'll be beautiful.
It might be a mercy. It might be a mercy to just drop out this on Thursday and just be like. Neither of these teams are gonna win the Europa anyway. Like either Slavia or flipping Arsenal anyway. So, but yeah, they've got the away goal. So like
I know
Slavia Prague could just lock up shop,
bro.
Arsenal are gonna win, man. This is a typical Arsenal winner in the Europa League, and then the fans think they're sick again. So I'm comfortable. I think it's gonna be very, very tense, but Arsenal 2-1. just about nick the victory. But
it's funny, they're chasing the game from the start, so they might be
Mm-hmm.
exposed at the back. It's gonna be
if they concede early, then it might be a different story. But I'm gonna say 2-1 to Arsenal. I think they'll just get over the line. But listen,
AFTV will be fucking money.
AFTV.
Oh,
the views on those videos. That's all I'm gonna say.
And Cahill in the WhatsApp group as well. Cahill's WhatsApp group.
KL, if you lose, I want that Arteta out voice note, please.
Oh, bro, it's coming.
Voice note needs to come.
To be honest, if he doesn't win the Europa League, it's coming at the end of the season. So, bro,
End of season.
Yeah.
What's gonna win to end the season?
End the season review. End the season review.
I said,
Just in case
he
they
doesn't
get
win,
8. Just in case they get 8. Obviously,
if he doesn't win the Europa League, so I'm hoping that somehow he reaches the final. But if he doesn't win it, it's a wrap for him, man.
So no one. Listen. Just want to say a massive thank you as always to our guests. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Back tomorrow, 7 p.m. The links to their channels are down below. West Ham Fan TV and 3 in midfield. I believe the boys have done a podcast on there as well. So make sure you hit the link below. Go check it out, drop a like, all that good stuff. Show some love. Back tomorrow with some more content. It's been your boy. Peace. Happy days.